over the arms. Okay, the first step here is to avoid that the person locks your hip on his hip. Then you will be really off balance. Okay, so you have to have a quick reaction. You want to squat down and post your hands on his hips. Now if he tries to lock, that makes it impossible. No matter how strong he is, just because I'm not muscling at all. I'm locking my elbow on my hip, and it's the straight bone of my forearm separating his hip from my hip. So he's trying to lock, no matter how strong he is, it's not happening. From here, I'll go to the safe clinch. Continua segurando, tá? He will keep holding, so I don't have too much room. I'll take out my right hand, and he starts circling to the right direction. I still push his hip, continue pushing his hip with my left hand. And I'm fighting hard to get to his side and control his hip, which I did now. But he's still holding and squeezing, so my left arm is stuck. That's okay. From the underneath, I will control his arm. Safe clinch, my head is on his chest. He cannot throw headbutts. I'm controlling his arm. He cannot throw punches. I'm pulling his hip. No knee strikes, no kicks. From here, we go for the hip throw. Okay? So, one. First step, your toes pointing to the direction you're gonna flip him. Now you need room to bring your right leg through. So move away from him a little bit and step through. Then you place your hips. You make that catch with your hips. The opposite would be to make with my leg. By placing my hips, I should not have problems lifting him at all. Now I rotate my upper body. Pull his arm up just so he breaks his fall. Okay, and after that, lean the belly to control him. It's actually my shin on his belly. Good posture, hips forward, controlling his neck, pushing his hand away, keeping my balance with my left leg. You will see very often the person on the bottom trying to push your knee away when you have it in the belly. That's when we use the spinning armbar submission. My right hand goes from the neck inside that space here and grabs his triceps. Then I pull his triceps to my chest. See how he had to turn on his side? That's when I step. Now I raise my heel and I place my knee on his ribs. The other hand now is getting ready to control his wrist. That's when I fall. Gira pra cá. And I will have the submission. Knees together, pulling his wrist down. One more time. Comes in for the bear hug, quick reaction. Push his hip away. If he pulls, no problem. He's not going further than your forearm. Do your best to get to the safe clinch and lock his arm right away. One might ask, what if he uses his left arm? I'm not controlling his left arm. The best he can do is to try a headlock. Dá uma gravata. I take my head out and I should have his back. That's why the safe clinch is a good spot to be. Whatever he tries from here, I am getting into a better position than him. Hip throw, 1, 2, your hip underneath his belt level. Look over your left shoulder, rotate, pull up his arm, he'll break his fall. Lean the belly, controlling the neck, good posture, good balance. He's trying to push my knee away. That's the opportunity I will have to take my grip out from the neck, inside, pulling the triceps. Pull his arm on your chest. As you step, go on your toes right away. catch his wrist and go. Gira lá. Para aí. As you lay back, do your best to fall closer to his legs rather than falling high, close to his head. The reason why I'm saying that is because on the arm locks that you bend your leg, you see my leg's not over. His upper body, it's here. If I fall too high, I might be helping him, sai pra lá de novo com o joelho, to escape. And I have to use my guard. Vira assim. I want to finish the fight from here. I don't want to give him a chance to escape. So, in the belly, controlling the neck. When he starts to push, I place my grip. I pull his arm on my chest. I step, grab the wrist, and now I fall as close to his legs as I can. Watch. Bending the leg, depending on what he's trying extending. Most times bending, knees together. Slowly pull the wrist down. Thumb up, you should be good. Let's study how to break the guard standing up and also how to earn our safe posture. Okay? So the drill will start with my partner controlling my head so I learn how to posture up. Okay? Okay? The first step is placing my grips, sliding my knee back and following with my head to posture up. Watch. Grips, one on each collar. Moving my knee back and then following with my head underneath his arms. He will try to grab my head again. I push his chest. When I square up with him, I drive my hip forward. He should not be able to grab my head at that point. I will stand up right away once I feel that my grips are in place. One leg up, chest forward, head up. A little detail here, and very important, can post your toes. Watch my right toes. That should help me now opening my knee. And then I can step in with my feet parallel. When you get here, pull him underneath yourself and lock your elbows on your knees. Right here I have a very good and strong stance. I can prepare for the next step. Next step is posturing up even more. So I must slide my hands on his collars and I will keep one hand only. This elbow must be tight here, avoiding any submissions attempts. Good posture. From here, I will break the guard. Little step back so I can reach behind my back. Okay, watch. Little step back so I can reach. Not with my hand, but making a hook and breaking with my forearm. Right after you break, you want to control his leg above the knee. So these arms pushing his leg away. He cannot do much with his leg. This hand is pulling his leg close. That's a good position to prepare to pass his guard. One more time. My partner is trying to break my posture. I try to hold his collars right away if I can. I'll slide back my knee and escape my head underneath. At the same time, I push up his collars. He's trying to grab my head again. As he's trying, I posture up, hips forward, and I am controlling his chest. From here, let's stand up one leg at a time. One, toes. That really helps. Open your knee, then you step in, lock your elbows. That's very important. Two things they might try here: to grab your heels, lock their knees and push. You pull, squat down, keep your posture. He will lock the guard. Something else is when you posture a little more, release one grip. If you don't lock your elbows real tight here, they might try the triangle as you were reaching. I'm in trouble now. From that point, he could lock a tight choke. So, heads up, chest forward, the entire time. When you step back, with your head up, you break with the hook, control the leg, push the other one away, and you stop right here. Let's study how to pass the open guard using double arms under. Okay? We will start here, standing up, open guard. We are controlling one collar. We have the other hand underneath the leg. Okay, from here we will go. Okay. We are starting in open guard. We are controlling the collar. One arm is underneath the leg. Let's say now his leg is heavy here. He keeps fighting to have his feet down. Okay, I have the choice of releasing the collar, having both arms under. So now I can go either sides. Even better, I can drop on my knees. And instead of fighting his legs that were so heavy before, I'll fight his hip. No matter now how heavy his legs are, abre a perna aí, esticadona mesmo. You see, he's kicking his leg real hard down. Super heavy, but all I need is his hip. Hip on top of my legs. And I should be able to lock it here. Okay? After that point, my goal is to have one shoulder under. When I have one shoulder under, I chose which side to pass. That's when I step my right leg and drive forward. At that point, I release my grips. One arm will aim the cross collar deep with my thumb. The other one, I can control his hip if I want. Pulling up. And at the very end, pushing down. I'm driving forward, chest forward, head up. I can have my knees off the mats. The leg pops out and I push his hip down. Chest to chest, knees off the mats. Let's control his neck with one arm. With the other arm, we'll slide underneath his elbow and cup our hands. Hands together, head down. That should give us a very solid side mount control. One more time. We will be in open guard. Start controlling the collar, because that's what happens very often. You start underneath the leg. You're having trouble passing here. Let's go for a variation. Double arms under. He's not sure which side I am going. I also want to drop on my knees. So this way I can fight his hip. I have good balance here. I'm not muscling at all. I'll not wait here for too long. He might try grabbing my neck. Vem com a mão no pescoço. That's why I pull up his hip. Now watch. By sitting on my heels, my body weight helps me bringing his hip up. Don't try muscling with your arms. Always try to bring your whole body into the techniques. Sitting on my heels, watch. No problem. And now, it's also my knees that are holding his weight. I'm not muscling. He keeps fighting with his leg, but I should be able to lock my hands. That's all I need. Now, from here, to get shoulder under, move yourself closer to one leg. And then by raising your arm, you should have your shoulder under. I am standing up my right leg, so I drive forward. And at that point, I release my grips. My left thumb is going deep on the collar. My right hand is grabbing his pants, right on the middle of his hip. And I am pulling up. Pulling up, chest forward, head up. Can take my knees off the mats. The leg pops out, chest to chest. One arm underneath the neck. If you have trouble with his head, it's on your way. Learn how to do this. Underneath his neck, watch. There's always a space there. The other hand, underneath the elbow. Lock your thumb, cup your hands. Chest to chest, head down. That's a solid side mount control.